Hello again. I'm just gonna run through you how to make a simple program and connect it to HMI and put on some buttons, a button and an output. And it'll be a series of 3 small videos. So let's just get started real slowly. We got that WinLDR, which is the blue one, the purple, which is for your HMI. Let's just open up the WinLDR for now. That comes up, hit close, and it's still loading the WinLDR. Hit close on that one, just get out of it. Now remember, we have to make sure that the right PLC is what we're working with. So let's go into configuration, type. Right here it gives me a 5A6A2. Well, that's not the one I'm working for, but the one I'm working with is the FC6A24. So you make sure that's very important. Hit OK. And this one tells you OK, concern changes, blah, blah, blah. When you switch from one PLC to another, sometimes you lose important programs you might have on there, so you make sure you got them saved somewhere else. Hit OK. And there it does this fancy dance. Next thing you know is we're going to add a program, just a simple program. We'll go to Home. We'll go to our Basic. Let's just put a normally open button there. Okay. Let me cancel out of that one. Let me show you something. Right here, there's a couple of ways that we can put our name on there. Our address. We can double click. It gives us that, or we can go into coil, edit coil, and does the same thing. So just remember you got 2 options. And right here we'll pick our input. I always just try to pick input number 1. Hit close and just edit it. We're just gonna make a start button, for example. There you go. Start. Let's go to push button. PB. Not peanut butter, but PB. Hit OK. There you go. Now we need an output of some kind. Well, we're going to use a light. This button, light, put an output there, bring it to that. Boom. It did that right there, which is great. You can go the other way, is put the line first and so forth. It takes too long, so I just made it kind of short for you. On the previous video, I kind of showed you how to make the line the slow way. Double click, and let's put an output device. Bam. Let's go over here to my device type. We're going to need an output device type. There you go. And let's put a Q1. I always like to keep it as 1, unless my address is different. And it's all up to you. Put close, and just put red light, or whatever your output's going to be. And let's just hit okie dokie. There you go. We can keep that there. Let's just download it real quick before you forget anything. Download. Boom. It'll give you this chart here. Just everything should be okay anyway by now. Hit OK. It downloads it. Pages are not downloaded. We're not connected to HMI yet, so we don't worry about that just yet. Just hit OK. Yeah, look at that. There you go, success. Okay, let's leave that there for now. And let's just minimize it. Boom. Let's open up our HMI. Let's go close. First things first is make sure that you pick the right HMI also. The one I'm working with, the HG2GST. The first one, the 5TT22F, is the one I'm working. The other one is monochromic. But let's just stick to the first one. Hit next. Right here is telling you what kind of PLC are you going to be working with. Well, we're working with IDEC. There's Allen Bradley, there's, if you want a Modbus or something, there's Mitsubishi, there's all sorts of PLCs you can mess with, but we're messing with IDEC. We're using it with the Micro 6A 23, which is 24, which basically works the same thing. Ethernet, because they're going to be communicating with each other Ethernet. And let's hit OK. This screen, when it pops up, is telling you, okay, what kind of screen are you looking for? We're going to be using with a base screen, and just hit OK. That means that anything that's on here will be on your HMI screen. Okay. So now what we can do is we can go in here. You can come over here also and pick the width and height and all that good stuff, but we're not gonna mess with it right now. You can go to options and pick colors of your screen. So we're not gonna mess that with that. So you can play with that on your own and figure out, oh, okay. So we're not gonna mess with that. Let's go with buttons. And then we can pick a bit button. We just want a bit button. We just want a button that's gonna turn on and turn off. That's about it. Turn on and turn off. Nothing fancy. Boom. So now that we got a bit button, we can double click it. We got a bit button. Well, let's name that sucker. Let's put start push button. Yeah, my dyslexia makes me put all different kinds of letters on there, so bear with me. Now, we can go in here, and we're going to pick up the type of button we want. We can put toggle, alternate, momentary, reset. Since we just want it on and off, let's go with momentary. I'll press it, it's on. Let it go, it's off. Nothing. We can go to our destination device. Well, our destination device, I usually put, because it's an external device, a PLC, we'll put extension 0, which is, now it says M extension relay. Well, what happens is that HMI is not going to read your physical, the physical button, but it's going to read the internal button or the internal memory that's in there, in the memory of it. So we're going to be, you know, we can, I'm just going to, like always, I like to keep it as simple. Just go internal read device 1, or your input. That's what it's reading, your internal input or internal bit. So let's go with start. So we'll keep it as a start button there. Hit OK. Let's go back to our, and then you hit OK on that one. Let's go back to our actual program. Remember, we got this physical button that'll start it, but we need the HMI that'll start it. So it's like making an OR gate. This one or this one will start that. Okay, so let's go back to home. Let's make another button, normally open. Click it on here and double click it, and let's go to our tag. Remember, these are physical inputs that we're putting in. We want internal, so let's go internal right here. Bang. Internal 1. Okay, remember the same thing. If we put on the other HMI, we're going to put it here. So internal button. Okay, and we put start HMI. That's telling me that my HMI is going to start in it. Hit OK. And then we just need to connect it here. Remember making that little OR gate. Let's put it up here. And let's go shift down. Bam. That did it. Now remember, this is programmed, so we gotta re-download it. Let's go to online. Go download. Hit download again. Tell me you're not connected yet to your HMI. Yeah, I guess I know that, but let's kick gas. I want you to download it to my PLC. So download success. Bingo. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now on this part right here, and I'll start my second video in just a couple of seconds. So bear with me.